Thanks for joining another episode, Fantasy Football. Here with my boy Tyler.
How you doing?
All right, guys, we want to hit on some waiver wire stuff for you. A lot of you guys have popular topic. So a lot of you guys have already drafted. Kind of want to give you a few names. There's a lot of names on the waiver wire. I mean, unless you're in a 14-team league where they're all going to be sucked up, or you have so many roster spots on your team that there is no waiver wire for you.
Which I've seen people have 17 bench players, and it's stupid.
Or you're a 2-quarterback league and there's no more quarterbacks out there. That is going to be kind of tough.
See the 2-quarterback league we're in.
Yeah.
Someone's got Andrew Luck, and there's nobody left on the free agency.
I mean, Kaiser just went. I mean, it's...
Like, we're talking Simeon and Kaiser on different teams. This kid's...
I think Tom Savage is about the only one left.
He might not even be there. It might be Scott Tillsy.
That was the other day. Colts quarterback.
Colts quarterback, that's all you're going to get.
So there's some people out there for you for non-2-quarterback leagues, or people that actually have a waiver wire, like most teams. Our draft that's coming up.
Like the fun leagues.
Like the fun leagues. Yeah. I like to have it a little bit. I don't like it too flooded, and I think ours is pretty good at 10.
Yeah.
A lot of people, 12 seems to be a really popular one. There should be some decent ones.
6 bench players is the best to do with 9 to 12, 9 to 11 roster spots.
Yeah.
Like we have 11 roster spots because of the 2 flexes.
Yep.
But 11, 10 with 6 bench. That's the best. We do 7 bench, so it is a little bit.
Yeah. It works out well. It's still a lot. It still forces us a lot of times where if we really like someone, we have to drop someone, and I think that just benefits the league. It brings a little more parity.
Yeah.
So I think that helps. So a few guys we wanted to hit on kind of early. I don't know if they'll all be waiver wire people for you, but this is some of the waiver wire stuff we've seen.
Yep.
I think Mike Wallace is going to be on the free agent wire. I'm not sure.
I think he gets drafted. I don't think Wallace will find his way there yet.
I think he does. I mean, I have him on one of mine. He's on the free agent wire now.
Tell you, after Joe Flacco doesn't play, then
Flacco's not going to play. I think they're all dropping. I liked him before. Without Flacco, he's irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I just dropped him. He's on our free agent wire.
Yep.
A couple of guys I really like. I really think Marquise Goodwin and San Fran's a little sleeper.
Yeah, these are 12-team ones that we're going to start with, too, just so you guys know.
Yeah, well, I mean, right, because obviously if they're on the 12 one, they'll be in your 10-team league.
Yeah, you can get them there, too.
So. But Marquise Goodwin, I mean, if all of you followed that game on Twitter or saw highlights on Twitter or watched that game or saw any highlight of that game, you saw that big 50-yard pass.
Definitely.
That's not his first one this preseason. They kind of got that little thing going right there. He is a burner.
He was in Buffalo, too, and he was doing it in Buffalo.
Yep.
So, actually, I think he had the longest touchdown catch last year in Buffalo.
He did.
And it was against
the Jets against Darrell Revis because I started that defense. I started that defense because they were missing Watkins.
But no, he's good. And another thing that has to do with him and San Fran, right?
He's with San Fran, yeah.
I was going to try and blanks right now. That coach there, Gabriel from Atlanta last year.
Yeah.
Similar type guy.
Yeah.
The burner.
Yeah.
He finds a way to get that deep ball.
He likes to throw the deep ball like that, down the field offense. And Horry's a guy that can, make you pretty relevant. He did really well with Hopkins. He was the best quarterback Hopkins had in Houston when he left.
Hopkins had like 200 targets that year too.
Yeah, but yeah, a guy that could get him the ball there. I think him is going to be there. Pierre Garçon, I think is great, but I don't think he's going to be a free agent.
No,
he'll get drafted. But keep an eye on Goodwin.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then now we got Gabriel. I just mentioned in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him in a 12-team league because he's another guy that probably isn't going to hit his projection every week. He's around 13 in PPR leagues.
Right.
But
probably about 7 or 8.
He is fast. And Matt Ryan loves throwing the ball down.
He does.
In that second half of the season, he was wide receiver 2 or 3.
For most of the
PPR. In PPR, he was a monster.
Yeah.
So, and if you get bonuses for 40-yard catches, you should own him.
Right. I think we're the only league that does that.
Yeah, probably. No, I play in a few that do that. I'm not. That I didn't set up.
But again, we're talking waiver wire, bottom of your bench, fill in for when your flex is out. We're not talking about starters here. So you're talking about long shots. Ryan loves throwing to this kid.
Oh yeah, he loves them.
I just had to drop my mind only because I made a trade and I needed a roster spot.
Yep.
And then I picked up another sleeper we'll talk about because I think he's got a little better upside.
Yeah.
But he's someone I like a lot.
Yeah. You got Evan Ingram, the tight end in the Giants. Seems like he's being targeted so much.
He looks good. He looks like the best tight end coming out of the draft.
He looks like a wide receiver. Anyone you guys haven't seen, he's an undersized tight end. Yeah. So he is a little bit smaller than your normal tight end.
Yeah.
But he is fast. Yeah. He's pretty good.
You know what he reminds me of? Maybe not quite as fast, and I'm not going to mention his name because he's passed away at this point. Is a tight end that the Patriots used to have, number 81.
Yeah.
You know, he reminds me of him, just kind of like a hybrid guy that can kind of do it all. You put him in the slot, you put him at tight end, and this kid's had an amazing preseason. I think he's the real deal.
And who's he competing with on that team, really?
I mean, Marshall's got a bum shoulder already.
Yeah, aside of Odell.
Shepard's he's already been dinged up all.
They've all been dinged up.
They're all dinged up. Ingram is the only healthy one.
Is Donnell the other tight end there?
I don't even know.
I believe it's Larry Donnell or something.
I think they got rid of him already. But it seems like Manning already has a rapport with him. He's the only one that Manning seems to be able to hit it.
Yeah.
Because everybody else, Manning is missing. Like, he looks horrible. And it looks like he's got a little thing going.
Tight ends.
Yep.
So I like Ingram as a deep sleeper for those 12-team leagues out there.
I agree.
Because I think you can find better ones. I think I would go with Vance McDonald that we talked about in our last episode over him, because you can get him in the 10-team one.
My favorite guy coming up right now, and I believe he's in the 12-team, is Chris Carson.
Oh, yeah.
I think Chris Carson is going to win that starting job. He is a monster. Watch these preseason games. He is taking people into the end zone with him. Rawls is not healthy.
He's not as good as Lynch, but he reminds me of how Lynch runs, because he runs angry.
Right.
And that's what that Seattle offense needs. You can't have Thomas Rawls running up the middle, cutting outside, twisting an ankle, out for 7
He's
games.
hurt every year. It's too bad. I thought he was going to be that.
And then they go get Shreddy Lacy, who's the softest big guy I've ever seen in my life.
And I don't want to hear, I heard Adam Ray talk about it today, he's 100% right. I don't want to hear that he has lost weight. He's still a cheeseburger with legs.
He's like the Hamburglar himself.
Seriously, like, okay, he's not 290, now he's 260.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very proud of you losing that 30 pounds. It's not easy to do. Good for you.
Yeah, I can't do it. So
he's averaging 3 yards a carry. He's hurt. I mean, Carson, I think, is going to be the guy by default, and I think once he gets it, he is going to be I'm not saying draft him and put him in your starting lineup, but keep him on your roster because I think he's going to get the bulk of the carries. CJ Crosites in a PPR league is good, but he's dinged up too.
Yeah.
Like Carson is the only healthy guy on that team at linebacker.
You got Alex Collins, but he's not really going to be a threat. I don't think so. Definitely keep an eye on him.
I think he's the guy.
Even in a 10-team league, if your league is running back heavy standard leagues,
if you're in standard leagues,
guy.
He is a great sleeper.
He's going to be. Running backs score touchdowns in Seattle. We found that out.
They do.
Since Marshawn Lynch was there.
They do.
Except for last year because everyone.
And if you're good, he'll give you the ball. You look at Rawls 2 years ago. I picked him up when Lynch went down. When you drafted him, he screwed you. Yeah. And Rawls came in, and Rawls was he was an RB1 for me.
Oh yeah,
he was a monster.
And that's why everyone got so high on him. And they're still living in 2 years ago when Rawls really isn't that good of a running back.
No.
I don't know what happened to him. What injury happened?
But yeah, he's got the injury bug all the time. It's too bad. I think he's a really talented guy.
Yep.
But I think Carson's going to take that spot.
So we'll go into a couple 10-team ones now. We got Cooper Kupp. If you're in a PPR league, this guy should be drafted before Robert Woods.
I'm amazed he was on the free agent wire.
I know.
Like I dropped Mike Wallace and picked up Cooper Kupp. I could not believe it. I think he was just so far down.
He looks so good.
He does.
And Goff loves him.
They have a connection.
Goff talks about him too in the media, so
guys, these are just projections, right? Like every year there's a Mike Thomas last year who nobody saw coming. Every year there's a guy. There's nobody on that team that is going to take that next level. Don't buy into the Sammy Watkins 5th round stuff. If you do, you're losing your drafts. Forget about him. Move on from him. Let him be someone else.
He's going to get injured at some point, but I still think Cooper Kupp's going to be that number 2 to start. I think at the end of the year, Cooper Kupp has better numbers than Watkins.
I think so too.
Just because he had all OTAs to work with the quarterback. Yeah. The quarterback, that is a big thing for quarterbacks. They like their security blankets. Part of the reason we think Brady's going to struggle.
Yeah.
Because Edelman is his security blanket. You take that away. Yeah, sure, Hogan plays on the team and knows the offense, but.
In standard leagues, I don't know how much he's going to help you, but in PPR,
probably not. Standard leagues, I'd probably rather have.
Because I don't think he gets more than 4 or 5 touchdowns. I don't think he lights it up with 8 to 10. So
I still think Watkins is a guy to own in standard. But if it's PPR, definitely go with Cooper because he's going to. From all I know,
I think he's going to catch 90 balls.
From all I know, he stays healthy. Right. I'd lie to you if I said I knew where he went to college because it was a no-name school.
Yeah, I couldn't.
But
bold prediction. I think he's 90 catches, 900 to 1,000 yards, and like 4 or 5 touchdowns. I think he's a monster this year. I think he's a monster that no one's talking about, no one drafts, and if he's in any of your free agent waiver wires, you should go get him. Yeah, because I think he's
like he just said he dropped Mike Wallace for him. So if you have Mike Wallace sitting on your bench, go drop Mike Wallace for him.
Right.
But you got Jamal Charles in Denver.
Looked a great third preseason. Made the team just on. He looked really good.
Was it 7 touches for 42 yards? I think?
7 touches, 42
6
yards.
6 yards a touch.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
And also, it was really good too. I don't know if you guys saw it. Is he did great in pass block.
Oh,
he did great in against picking up blitzes. Like that's a big thing for the running backs.
C.J. Anderson doesn't do. Watch Trevor Siemian last year.
That is correct.
See what he doesn't do.
Not a lot of backs are good at that. He did really well at that, picking up a couple of them, keeping that quarterback upright. That's a big thing.
That's a big thing for a quarterback.
If he's healthy, he could be a nice little sleeper. Again, he's not going to be Jamal Charles of old.
He's not getting 1,400 yards. He's not doing that. He's probably not even going to get 1,000 rushing yards.
Right.
But he could get 1,000 all-purpose yards.
Right.
Because he probably get a 500 receiving, 500 rushing. You get 8 touchdowns.
If you got Roman, you're like, oh, I really want to upgrade a guy, and I think you want to take a flyer on someone. I think you could take a flyer on him, and he could be a nice flex fill-in or bye-week fill-in, something like that.
Standard leagues, he's probably good at too because he does run the ball and he's going to score touchdowns.
Yeah, check out his matchup. See if there's a favorable matchup. If you, I haven't checked out who they play besides non-divisions. Don't play him against Denver or KC or San Diego.
Denver plays for us, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right.
Kansas City.
I meant the Raiders in the West.
Yeah.
But if they play a softer team, if they ever get to play, I don't know the schedule, but if they play the Niners or Cleveland or someone that doesn't Miami, someone that doesn't stop the run, he might be a nice option if you have a guy in a bye week. And that's really all he's going to be.
Yeah, and his ADP is not getting drafted.
He's not getting drafted in any league.
So you're taking, in the 5th or 6th round, you're taking C.J. Anderson, who might not be the starter at the midway through the season.
In a free agent
when you can claim the guy right away.
Right.
So I would just wait and claim that guy. If you're like me and you don't draft running backs high, I've claimed him in a couple leagues because I don't draft running backs high.
Yeah.
And if I get a little treasure right there on the free agent wire, he could be one of the better free agent pickups. I still think if I had to rank in the 10 team, I still like Cooper Kupp over him.
Me too.
Just because I think Cooper Kupp's ceiling is so good.
His ceiling is retarded.
It is.
Yeah. Jamal Charles' ceiling is not that high.
No, but his floor is probably pretty good for you. So he's. I want to talk about. He's a flex player.
He's a flex player.
That's all you're looking at. Right. Most of these waiver wires, they're going to make your flex.
Right.
The ceiling for Cooper Kupp could be a wide receiver too.
Yes,
that's about where his ceiling is.
He'd be the guy 1. And guy 2, honestly, we've mentioned him before if you haven't seen it, is John Brown. Check out his sleeper video. He's gotten healthier. There was problems. He had some soft tissue damage in his leg. He wasn't doing well. It looks like he's gotten better. It's gotten healthier. He looked great in the preseason the other day. I just picked him up. He looks amazing, and he was good 2 years ago. Check him out. Now there's a guy you can get on a waiver wire, probably in 10 or 12. I don't know about 14, but
I think he gets drafted in 12. He's got drafted in 12.
Yeah, he might. But if he is on there, you want to get a claim on him right away because he could be the wide receiver 1 on that team. Yeah,
it all depends on Fitzgerald. I mean, and the quarterback loves throwing deep. For some reason, Palmer is still
he's a good deep ball.
Yeah,
when he's healthy, he's a good deep ball.
Anyone that's seen that play, he dropped one right in the breadbasket from about 40 yards out. Yeah. So I mean, if that's going to happen for you, he's a solid waiver wire pickup. I'd even draft him. I wouldn't even say you have to go pick him up, but if you haven't done your draft yet, draft him.
Yeah, draft him and you get him around 13, 14, 15.
What are you going to take, a second kicker or a defense? No, don't do that.
Right. In our 2 quarterback league, he wasn't drafted. He's been sitting on free agency for about a week.
I think in 1 quarterback league, he's going to get drafted, but it's like in around 16 or 17, 15. Maybe. So I don't see him drafted much because people just don't know the name. Yeah. And they watch, some of these shows and they're talking about Jerron Brown, not John Brown.
Right, or J.J. Nelson.
And I see Jerron Brown go. Yeah. I'm like,
John Brown's the guy.
John Brown is the guy to own in that offense.
Right. If he's going to be healthy, you just got to keep an eye on his health.
Not that offense. I misspoke. That's David Johnson.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
After David Johnson, I think, we don't know what Fitzgerald.
I still think it's Fitzy.
Right. But he tails off. I think John Brown gives you a good deep threat. I think he could be a good, like your best flex player, maybe your wide receiver 3, if all goes well. Mm-hmm. But that's what you do on these guys here. You take the flyers on him and the Cups. And hopefully they jump up in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? If they do, that you're going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, and plus, you get the Cups. There's no better nickname for
There's the Cups.
So how come you wouldn't want him?
How could you not? So those are probably the guys who like best. There's another guy we don't talk about. Is Cole Beasley.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in a PPR league.
They figured out how to use him. They finally had a slot receiver. Although they did draft another slot receiver. Yeah. Same type of player. But I still think Cole Beasley's going to start the season as the main guy. Yeah. But you can waiver wire him. Again, this is a guy, maybe you were a Meredith owner, and you need somebody for week 1.
Right. Now he's not going to be, he doesn't have a major upside. He's not going to use that upside.
You're looking at Brown, 12 at the most. It's 6 for 60 in a PPR league. Yeah. That's what he was doing last year.
He's a nice little fill-in. If you really have nothing there, he'll be, he's not going to give you a high projection in any of your leagues, not even in ours. In ours,
I think he's like 9, 8.
Yeah, and we have, in ours, his wide receivers are very friendly to projections.
Yeah.
And he's still not in double digits, but he gets a lot of 6 catches, 70 yards.
Yeah.
You know, if you get 13 in our league out of your flex, you know, that's pretty solid.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you don't have a guy there to do anything.
There's a guy that we talked about the other day that I didn't write down or anything, but Rashard Matthews is a guy that is falling on people's draft. I don't know why. He started as like a 9th round pick.
I don't either.
Now with some drafts he's not getting drafted. Everyone falls in love with Corey Davis and Decker, who both are injured all the time.
They both just came back to practice. You don't think that's going to continue? Decker is 30, I think.
Go back last year and look who Mariota's favorite target was.
Go look from like
Rashard Matthews.
Week 7 and week 8 to week 16, and
until he got hurt, because in that span he got hurt.
Right.
He was a monster. He was like 20 a week. That
in our league he was like 20 to 23 a week. I was like, oh my god, how did you ever find him?
Yeah, I got him on the free agent wire, and he carried me. I got to the Super Bowl solely because of his
so good.
Week 15 game. Well, actually, no. Wow. Week 15, Chris Hogan caught the touchdown to end the game.
Yeah,
that sent me in.
That was a big one, but he carried you. He was probably the best flex player in our league.
Oh, probably.
Well, he's probably second to Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
But look, there's gonna be who is this year's Tyreek Hill? You know, is it Cooper Kupp?
No, I don't think so.
Is it John Brown? I mean,
John Ross is the guy.
It's not John Ross.
It's John Ross. Because, see, you go by who's Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is a punt-returning speed guy. Cooper Kupp isn't a punt-returning speed guy.
Ross. Mock that. I get this on video.
You do? Yeah.
John Ross.
John Ross. If you want the deepest sleeper you'll ever find.
He's going to be wide receiver 278.
Probably. But you know what? When he goes and he's not going to do it. Don't take him. I'm just kidding.
No. But there is going to be a guy that is every year. There's a Mike Thomas. There's a Barnyard 2 years ago. There's a
what about Jordan Howard.
Jordan Howard.
Nobody had Jordan Howard.
Nobody had Jordan Howard last year. There's a running back out there that's going to be that.
Well, I'm telling you, Kareem Hunt's going to be Jordan Howard this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it could be mixed. And this year it's a little bit easier. But there's going to be a guy like, who is he? What team is he on?
Yeah,
maybe it's Chris Carson.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Chris Carson is Hogan.
Maybe Chris Carson gets you 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns, and you claim him off the waiver wire. It's steal.
That's how it happens.
That's how you win leagues.
So
everyone out there knows. You guys already know that.
Right. I mean, your bench ain't going to be looking good, but if you got 2 or 3 positions, you can fill in your flexes and your running backs.
You know, we've done a lot of shows leading up to drafts, which the drafts are probably one of the most important parts. Waiver wire might be the most important part of your league.
Yeah.
Not just like, who should I start him, sit-ems. Waiver wire is where you win and lose your league. Because if you drop the wrong person to pick up a bad person, or if you pick up, like, I got to the championship by picking up people. Yeah. The person that won actually had Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So they got the benefit. He ripped somebody off in a trade for him. But that's besides the point.
Anyway.
But, so waiver wire, that's why we wanted to do this show.
It is crucial.
You guys, a lot of you did your drafts already, so we wanted to do the show, give you guys an idea of just a few names out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen and like other people, and there's tons of them.
There's tons. We can't get to them all. We just wanted to give some of our favorites. Chris Carson, Cups, and John Brown to me are my 3 favorite waiver wire players.
I would replace John Brown with Jamal Charles. I like Jamal Charles better.
Yeah,
but that's just
tough. Yeah.
But then again, you draft running backs earlier than I do.
Yeah.
So I'm always looking for a running back.
True.
So
we're opposite on the
Carson and him are running backs, so I put claims in those guys.
But if you like other guys, take your shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's guys out there that'll make you a solid flex player fill in. There's other guys like these 3 that we think, I mean, Chris Carson, like you said, he could be 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Well, right now, I'm letting you know, if you have the one waiver priority, go get Kupp. He's the guy to own out of that list we gave you. He's the best
in PPR.
one.
If you're standard, I think you go Chris Carson.
Yes, it's standard, I agree. But definitely go get Kupp if it's PPR.
Yeah, if it's PPR, I think it's a solid. And
I'm actually changing my team name to Red Solo Cup now that I think about that.
You don't even have them. I do.
I don't care. Well, we haven't drafted.
Solo Cup when he's on my team.
We haven't even drafted in that league yet.
Oh, in that league, yeah. Now all of a sudden he's gonna be a 7th round pick.
No, I'm not taking him. Don't get me wrong. But
but that's what you do. You know, it's so important. You know, not just now. You know, all through. Because what's gonna happen is someone's gonna draft Cups and he's gonna have a slow couple of weeks.
And then they're gonna drop him.
Then they're gonna drop him to pick someone else up, and then he's gonna turn it around.
Or the guy you're gonna trade, don't let anyone else get the waiver claim. Go send the trade over. After a couple bad weeks or one bad week, say he doesn't start the first game. It's Watkins and it's
they might have a tough matchup. He might be pulling Denver. Or they might be pulling.
So go to that person and send them the person you would drop. Like,
right.
Maybe you got somebody like Wallace on your bench that you're not really going to ever use.
Right.
Go send him for Cup. That person's going to do the deal. They're going to cut him anyways.
Right, a little higher projection.
They're going to get someone, and you're not going to have to claim him in the waiver, and then you still get your waiver claim for the week.
Right.
So that's another strategy you could use. But
yeah, no doubt about it. But it's super important all through the year.
Oh yeah.
You know, like Ty Williams wasn't picked up in the beginning in the first couple of weeks for San Diego. He ended up being a great player by your girlfriend. Tyreek Hill got picked up later on. You know what I mean? So these weren't week 1 projections or just after your draft projections before the season starts. So keep an eye on this.
And we'll definitely keep you guys updated in the shows. We're going to do recaps and stuff every week.
Yeah.
You know, for upcoming games.
Yeah.
Waiver wire guys. We're going to give you a few waiver guys each week that we like.
Yeah.
So don't think like, oh yeah, well you guys are just talking about this now.
Right.
Like, we're going to do it every single time.
Right. And next week we're going to give you the shows. We're going to do them on specific days.
Yeah, specific days.
When the season starts, so we obviously the
get
draft
a
talk is
routine
over.
going. Yeah.
Right. We'll have your Thursday night projections, and we'll get that out probably on Wednesday, and then we'll get a show out on Saturday for you.
Yeah.
So you can get ready for Sunday and Monday's game.
Because everyone knows on Sunday you don't want to be watching a YouTube video. You want to be sitting there with your feet on the couch.
Yeah, we'll get that out. We'll get to you. We'll get the Sundays and Mondays games out there on Saturday. Give you plenty of time in case you want to make a trade or whatever. And then we'll get it out the day before Thursday night's game, so you can get ready for that one as well. We'll have waiver wire stuff all year long. You know, studs and duds, all kinds of stuff for you.
Yeah, a segment we're gonna have is Sound of Sleepers. That's gonna be tied into the waiver. But that's one of the shows that we liked.
Right.
So friends came up with a name.
Yeah. So we'll hit on.
Actually, it was D-Bag, the guy that was on the show before, but
he
decided not to do it anymore.
We'll have it. We'll have that. All that stuff for you probably next week on how it's all going to break down for you.
Yeah.
And anything else? Put it in the comment section below if you like, disagree, whatever. Or if you have other thoughts that we're not thinking of, let us know, and we'll be happy to get it out there for you. All right.
Let me know waiver wire people, because I always pick them up. So if you guys have anyone out there, just
you are a waiver wire
comment.
trader guy. So, all right, guys, thanks for checking in. We'll check back with you soon.
Have a good one.
Adios.